Alright everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I last left you here at baggage claim here at Terminal 2 at London Heathrow. So after grabbing my bags in the last video, which you can see here, I had to head down to the London Underground station to head to central London. After I went through the nothing to declare line, I headed into the terminal hall and stopped at the rental car desk to find some chairs. I needed to start consolidating my bags as I'm going to store them at a storage facility for a few hours. I got into Heathrow at 7 AM, so I could not check into my hotel so early. Anyways, after consolidating things, just follow the signs down and you will make your way to the underground station. But the best way to find out where you need to go is to use Google Maps. You will find tons of options to get you to where you need to go, depending on time and budget. I was not in a hurry and I had a lot of free time, so the London Underground was the slowest but cheapest way. Also, I do apologize for the cockeyed footage. I did get a lot of this with the backpack mount for my camera. But where am I going? Well, I'm going to a place called King's Cross Luggage Storage to drop off my bags for a few hours and check out the city. After taking what seemed like the longest walk I've ever taken, I arrived at the train car and make my way to the King's Cross station. Now you're probably wondering, where's the footage from the underground? Well, I'm in a functioning city. Most of the people on the underground are residents of the city and metropolitan area. They're not circus animals. I'm being respectful by not filming their commute. Now from here, I did drop off my bags and decided to get onto the Big Bus Tours bus. And I did not record my journey the rest of the way as I needed to focus on trying to not get lost and follow directions. Also, it was at this time that I finally decided to look over all my camera settings and make sure that my camera had all the settings right. The thing that drives me nuts about my Akaso cameras is that when you change out a battery, which you do often, is that you will sometimes lose some of your settings. Be sure to look them over every time you change out your batteries. I stupidly had left the settings as me using an external microphone, which was a bad idea. So back to the internal microphone for the rest of the trip. Anyways, if you're ever in a large city you've never been to, or you're in a city with a lot of tourist attractions that are spread out, I highly recommend booking a trip on one of these buses. Now there really isn't much for me to say, so I'm going to show you some clips from the tour bus instead of the stops and scenes from the bus. And before I finally shut up, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty bad at it, but there's previews from my travels before the videos come out. Also, I noticed that 99.7% of people who view my videos aren't subscribed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and let's keep this channel growing. I can't do it all without you. Anyways, I'm going to shut up now and enjoy the sights of London from the Big Bus Tour bus. Hey guys, Future Sam here again. Once again, I still know the winning lottery numbers, but I'm not going to share them. No, I never do. So really quick, I thought I had filmed more, and it turns out I didn't. I was completely out of it the day I arrived in London. If you go back to the first video, you'll see a picture of me I look like death. I was about ready to pass out. So enjoy these photos of the more important things that I saw on the hop on hop off bus tour in London. I guess I deem those important enough to take photos of them for some reason. So enjoy. So it was freezing the day I arrived in London, and all I had was a sweater to wear. After going around London on the bus, I decided to head into Harrods. Now, I did not show you the inside due to the fact that it's a very upscale department store, and I did not want to disrupt the shoppers. Also, I did do some shopping myself for Christmas gifts. After Harrods, I did make my way back to King's Cross Luggage Storage to pick up my bags and finally check into the hotel. If you want to see that review, stay tuned as I will be staying at 3 different hotels during my time in the United Kingdom, and I'm going to compare all of them against one another. But here's a quick preview of me in the room. Not much to it there. Alright, so did you enjoy your tour of London? That's great. I did too. So, really quick, I just want to say, I did a 23andMe a few years ago, and apparently, I guess I'm almost 60% British. Somehow, I don't know. I'll put the results up on the screen and show you, the regions and things like that as to where, my British ancestors came from. So, this will basically do it for this video today. I've got a lot more coming up. Next video is going to be more of the museums I saw in London. Couple other things I saw. Then, really quick, as a lot of my longtime subscribers know, I like to try to include, some sort of ephemeral video or a commercial or something at the end. Obviously, I'm British by DNA, but obviously I'm American. And I don't really know British commercials. I had a bit of a time trying to find some, good commercials. And really quick, just a bit of a background on this. One of my favorite shows is Airline, where they take you behind the scenes of EasyJet. And this was around, the episodes I watched were recorded around 2008, 9, 10, 11 or so. So there were commercials in the video. I would watch the episodes unedited on YouTube, and they had some really funny commercials. I was gonna put a Lionel Richie one in, but then it's oh, you're gonna hear Say You, Say Me, but it's really a commercial for Walker's potato chips. So I didn't include that. The next one, which still sticks with me because it's really catchy, is for Oasis. Really tasty, by the way, too. I liked the citrus one because it kind of reminded me of Sunny Delight. The weird red fruit one, I didn't really care for. It was good, but I didn't care for it. So anyways, enjoy that. But as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Once again, More to come. Stay tuned.
Matt dreamt of a better lunchtime, so Oasis brought him his favourite sandwich.
Hello, Matt! Your favourite sandwich!